So I'm at a customer's house today, and it's a slab house, and when you have a slab, you often have the exhaust go through the attic. And you can see that left pipe there is the exhaust, the right pipe's the intake. You got the same kind of thing going at the neighbors. But you can see on the tip of that pipe, there's kind of a snow cone. And that snow cone is preventing the exhaust from getting through there, and then it's tripping the pressure switch. This is most often the sign of an exhaust pipe that runs through unconditioned space, so the attic, and it's not insulated. And when we get into these real below zero temps, we get into problems like that. So we'll go back over to it. What I did was I jumped the pressure switch out so that it'll try to burn through there despite there being a plug, and hopefully we can get it. Sometimes you can't get the darn thing to burn out. You actually have to go up there with hot water or something and try to push it out, but with a little luck we'll be able to just burn it out here. So, but it's going to run where the pressure parameters are not meeting the pressure switch standards. So we do have flame, and it looks pretty good overall. But you can see here there's two sides of the pressure switch. I've got them both jumped out. When you do this, you have to wait for the inducer to turn on, and then you can jump it. But we're just going to see if it'll melt that snow. With a little luck, I don't have to go up there. I really don't want to. It looked like at least an 8 pitch. And it's the weekend. I don't want to be on the freaking roof. So we'll see. It's been about 5 minutes now where it's running, and we can just start to see some wisps of exhaust peeking out of that snow cone. We need to melt it all the way, so we're going to let it ride for a while. Tripped up. It's hard to see it on the camera, but there is some wisp of exhaust coming out of that. But we want to melt that entirely, so we're just going to keep letting it rip and check back with it in a few minutes. Oh, there you can see it kind of now. Okay, I made a video the other day about this house had the freezing exhaust, had a little snow cone on the top. So now I rerouted the exhaust. This is the exhaust pipe here. You see it's just straight up and down, and then it's probably hard to see in the picture, but it hits 245s and it's in the furnace. I'll show you that in a second. This is what they had before. You can see this convoluted thing kind of went like that. We always want to reduce the number of turns and the distance as much as we can. Like right here, he's got a 90 and then 245s and a 90 and a 90. And basically that increases air resistance in that exhaust, and then that's going to cause you problems. So we're always trying to make it the shortest distance as we can, and I'll show you in the attic in a second that it's not insulated, but here's the 45 that I did right here. It's just a street 45 and then another 45. Before they had this boot turned here, so it went this way, and they came out and then went up. So kind of goofy, but anyways, we're happy with that. Now we're going in the attic. Okay, so we are looking at the intake and exhaust of our furnace. I don't know which one is which. I'll have to figure that out, but you can see, I mean, this thing is traveling all of 20 foot exposed, no coverage. So, you know, we consider attic in this part of the world as basically unconditioned. It's essentially the same as outdoors. And it is cold up here. I mean, when you look at in the fluff here, we're fine, but when we get up there, we got problems. So we're just going to take these. I call them pool noodles. They're just insulation. These are made for 2-inch pipe. And I'm just going to, these ones, I don't know why they don't have the slit. I had to cut the slit in them, but I'm just going to put them around the pipe and zip tie them, and that should do her. She shouldn't have any issues. I do have one 45 right up here. Usually I get like 3-inch so that I can cover the joints. I'll probably just have to double wrap it to get it to work, but that's fine. So all right, here we go. Okay, insulation's done. You can see it extends down in the fluff, and it goes all the way up the length of the pipe. I did have to double up that joint right there just to get that covered. It is this right pipe I verified just based on the temperature of the unit, or temperature of the exhaust. One of the things that might have did this to her is she just got a new furnace. She got it from a different company that I was telling you about, how the exhaust was goofy before. So it's a brand new furnace. It was installed a couple months ago. And I'm wondering if one of the issues here is that furnace is running a little more efficient than the old one. Maybe the exhaust temperatures are a little lower. I think the one that she had in here was a high efficiency, but it might have been a 92% or something. So, it would have had higher exhaust temp numbers. So it could be that too. I mean, these exhaust temps nowadays are just getting ridiculous. Sometimes they're under 100 degrees. So I don't know, maybe it was that. But anyway, she's insulated up. She shouldn't have a problem in the future. We warranty it for life. So if she does, we'll be back.